Welcome to another great episode of BTVN. I'm Luke Luma.
And I'm Samantha Blazy. We have so much to talk about today, so let's roll the intro.
I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And in recent news, a federal judge in the state of Washington, James Robart, has temporarily blocked the executive order that banned legal entrance to the U.S. from 7 mostly Muslim countries. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is expected to make a statement in the coming days on whether the ban will stand or not. In other news, several tornadoes have touched down in New Orleans and across Louisiana. The governor there has called for a state of emergency. Finally, the Atlanta Falcons blew a 25-point lead. Well, that's all from me today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alexi. So 6th grade travels to the Cottery Theater and Crown Center today. Hope they have fun. And the middle school speech students compete at Belton Middle School this Friday. Good luck.
On Friday, the upper and middle school will be on AM assembly schedule for a concert. I'm sure we'll love it.
Moving on, it's time to enroll for summer at Barstow. Right now, only Barstow families may enroll, and they have until February 14th, which is when the enrollment opens to the public. If you have any questions, please contact Dan McNichol or Max Williams. Samantha, did you ever go to the Barstow summer camps when you were little?
Yes, I did. They were super fun.
Yeah, well, they are a super fun thing to do when you're little, so make sure to enroll.
Another fun thing to do in lower school is to go to lower school night this Friday starting at 4:30. It will be so much fun, especially for me because it's also senior night.
So, are you excited or sad to see the dance end?
Well, we're not quite over. We still have the big pep assembly and the homecoming dance, which is on the game on the 17th. Speaking of which, if you've been elected to homecoming court, your bios are due to Mrs. Slapitza by this Friday. Please see the email she sent out or stop by her office if you need the form.
If you plan on bringing an outside guest to the homecoming dance, make sure that you have the guest form completed before next week. The forms are located outside of the upper school office.
Homecoming week is going to be so much fun, but make sure to dress up. Remember, the week starts off with PJ Day, so get ready.
I can't wait. Homecoming is just such a great upper school event. Don't you just love the upper school?
Definitely. Alongside events like next week, it's the teachers that make it worth it.
So, Sam, who's your favorite teacher?
Luke, I can't say that on live TV. That's not fair. But one teacher that is pretty awesome is Mr. Rubai.
Yeah, he gives such great advice. Actually, I heard Jordan Herwig made a piece about it. Let's go check it out.
So I guess the first thing I'd like to do is put a question out there to Commissioner Adam Silver of the NBA. Why are you saying Jacob Gilliard can't go straight from high school to the pros? Of course he can, man. Of course he can. Come on. So for Valentine's, I know a lot of people out there are trying to think through, what am I going to do with Valentine's? Who am I going to ask? How am I going to do it? If I could offer you one piece of advice, it's that you want to be really direct and really in their face and really loud, and you want a card that really screams and jumps off the page. I tend to find that approach works best. A lot of the teens these days on Valentine's Day seem to love these meme cards. I think they can be pretty good, but you just gotta follow the simple rule. You either want Nick Cage or Kanye West. Nick Cage or Kanye West. Those are your go-tos. I have a lot of kids when I do my study halls in the Cove that just march right in, right on my lawn, and make all sorts of noise. And they're like, well, where do you want me to do? Where am I supposed to make noise? Here's the suggestion, not in my cove. So I see a lot of people bringing back their snazzy summer wear, anxious to put on the shorts. Just wanted to remind y'all, it's still January. It's not 80 outside, it's 40. Not 80, 40. Half of 80, 40. Dress warm. And to all the underclassmen out there that are stressing about college, the first thing is just take a step to be proud of yourself. If you're thinking about that stuff now, if you're putting time into it in advance, it means you're doing the right thing, not that you're doing the wrong thing. But it's important to remember that as hard as you work here, that you need to give yourself mental breaks. If you keep yourself on a pretty good schedule, you can take those breaks and just take a break from it all without worrying about whether or not you've left something behind. So here at Barstow, I'm known primarily for a few things. My motto, long hair, don't care. The other thing I'm really known for is being a pretty strong enforcer. People know me as somebody who really cracks down and is hard on students. Anybody that tries to bully in these hallways, they step up to me and they're like, Mr. Rubai, and they back right off.
What is that, Mr. Rubai?
Nothing? I think the meaning to life, as much as you can give it one kind of central meaning, is investing time in the people you love. You know, people tend to remember not what you did or things like that, but how you made them feel. And when you go back and you look at times like high school, that's what you really remember, the people you were close to, those relationships, and you can't go wrong in strengthening those. Hey, all you seniors, class of 2017, I hear you. You're like, oh, I'm a second semester senior. I don't have to go to class. Well, despite whatever alternative facts you may throw at me, go to class.
Thank you for your awesome advice, Mr. Rubai, and great piece, Jordan. Before we end today's show, we have one final announcement. Mr. O'Brien would like to tell the middle school boys interested in playing tennis in high school that there will be a brief tennis meeting in his room 118 on Friday immediately after school. That's all we have for you today. I'm Samantha.
And I'm Luke. Stay classy, Barstow.